Hey everyone, welcome to the Made It in Music podcast. I'm Riley Taylor, our community manager here at Full Circle Music, and I'm so excited for you to hear this upcoming episode because Seth and I sat down with the Tuten Brothers about using TikTok marketing to find your fans. The Tuten Brothers are a country music duo from Athens, Georgia, whose 180,000 TikTok followers have been fueling their commercial success. This was recorded along with our live audience from our Song Chasers community. You can learn more about Song Chasers at joinsongchasers.com. For now, let's dive into the episode.
All right, let's transition to some Q&A. So if you guys have a question, go ahead and dump it in the chat, or you can just hit that little hand raise button. Could be about TikTok, could be about really anything. These guys are
Can y'all read that?
Traeger grills. Riley can read them.
Yeah, so we
Put my glasses.
earlier that maybe we kind of already covered, but Jimmy asked, how often are you posting on TikTok or other platforms?
Every day is what we're doing right now.
Our goal is every day. I think we'd like to get to twice a day at some point. But we're gonna have to put some systems in place to be able to do that and find some different ways to delegate some of the tasks out. But once a day for now.
Oh, yeah. Greg asked, how many videos do you make for each song? Do you upload more to TikTok or do you upload to Reels, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok at the same time for kind of the same video?
So the way that I do that, and if y'all have a better way, please tell me, because it's time consuming, but the way I do it is I edit it in an app called CapCut, which is, you can download it for free on the App Store. And there's an auto captions function on CapCut that's super, super useful. So it'll auto populate lyric captions into your video. So I edit it there, then export it to my photos. Then I put it in TikTok and put the sound over the top of the video. So I know that's kind of convoluted, but that's how I do it. And then I'll post it on TikTok, if that makes sense. And then this is something that most people don't know, which this is a little golden nugget for you. What you can do is you can copy the link of the TikTok video and post it. Just Google on your phone, Google save TikTok videos without watermark. And then you can post that link into one of those websites and it'll spit you out a TikTok video, your TikTok video that you just made without a TikTok watermark on it. So you have this prepackaged video now that's ready to go on Instagram, YouTube Shorts, Facebook, Twitter, whatever you want to post it on. So I know that's kind of in the weeds, but that's kind of my process for doing it. And so the only thing, and I don't know how in depth do I need to keep going into that?
Yeah, it's awesome.
The only thing about doing that is that when you pull that TikTok video, you download it off of TikTok on I use savetiktoks.com. And I download it into my photos again. The audio oftentimes lags behind the video. And so then I have to go back into CapCut, extract the audio out of that video and slightly move it and then export it again. And then I post it to all those other ones.
This is where you need somebody on Fiverr.
Dude. Yeah.
So, why can't you just, I should know this. Why can't you just use the original? Why do you have to put it in TikTok and then export it and then do all the other ones?
Because it takes longer to sync up the audio again in the other apps. So TikTok's really the only app that you can effectively put the audio over the top of the lip syncing.
And I guess you could, if you wanted to, put it in a Final Cut or a video editing.
Yeah, you can do that. I do that sometimes as well.
And just put it.
That would probably be the more time consuming route, right? I assume.
It just depends on what you're good at and what your process is. I think that TikTok kind of favors using their app to do the editing. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense. That's super, super brilliant gold nuggets. It's awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
So we can open up to Shemaiah.
Yes.
Hand raised.
Yeah, Shemaiah, you got your hand raised out there?
Yes. Can you hear me all right?
Yep. Gotcha.
Yes. My question was regarding TikTok, how long, how did you know it was your space and to impact to go on and furthermore instead of Instagram, and all the other social profiles, why was TikTok your spot?
Yeah, good question. We say TikTok, but when we're saying TikTok, we mean TikTok, Reels, YouTube Shorts, Facebook. We post that, like he was just talking about, we post that video everywhere. And recently our Facebook has kind of exploded. And before, our Instagram, I mean, most of the time, honestly, it's been Instagram Reels that's done best for us. We call them TikToks because that's what we always have called them. But it's TikTok. It's all the short form videos.
Short form vertical content.
Yeah. And I wouldn't say that even TikTok's been the best for us. I would say that Reels probably has, and recently Facebook has. So if you're going to do it, if you're going to spend the time to make the video, I would just post it everywhere and see where it hits.
Yeah, it's like you're spending all that time to make it, so you might as well cast the net.
Give it the most shot.
Every video we post, we do YouTube Shorts, Facebook, Instagram Reels, and TikTok.
Yeah.
So we're hitting 4 platforms with every post.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah. We can open it up to Dave.
Yeah, we got Dave Langdon.
Hey guys, love your stuff. I was looking at TikTok and seeing what you're talking about, and it's pretty impressive. I have a TikTok, but I haven't started doing anything with it. And the question is, what's your advice for songwriters if I just want to kind of put myself out there as a songwriter and showcase the kind of music and creativity that I have in a funny way? I also like to be funny, so I write a lot of funny songs. But I would be doing a variety of stuff. And so part of my question is, you said earlier, like, even if you have something that goes viral, that doesn't really make you any money. Could you go into a little more detail about how that works on TikTok? Like, if you do it regularly, and like, if I think I have the ability to make funny songs that could go viral, but is there a reason to do that? Is it, how can you make money if you're good at creating funny ideas that are catchy tunes, and just to put yourself out there to find other people to collaborate with? But also, is there a way to make money on TikTok that way?
Yeah, I think it depends. I mean, on just TikTok, there's not a lot of ways to make money. The app is not going to pay you enough to make your time worth it, even if you're having videos that are getting, consistently tens of thousands of views. Now, maybe if you're consistently getting millions of views, maybe. But the app, TikTok itself, is not going to pay you enough to live or to really make a dent. What will pay you is brand deals on TikTok. So if you can, like, hey, I write songs and I drink LaCroix, and LaCroix throws you, $5,000 to do that or whatever, like, that will make you money. But I think for you as a songwriter, the value, and for us as songwriters, the value is, can I increase my reach so that a publisher wants to jump on my team? So for us, that was like Sony, along with Seth, like a big part of Sony wanting to sign us was because we had a pretty good social following. And so they're like, well, these guys can reach a lot of people with their songs. And so we kind of built up this social bucket of people that we could reach, and Sony sees value in that. And so a publisher sees value in our TikTok following. Yeah. So that's one big piece of value that comes out of it. And then another one is just streams, I think. That's where, like, we monetize our TikTok, is people seeing a song that they like and then going and streaming it on Amazon Music or Apple Music or whatever. And then we get actually paid for those streams, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Something that Sam said at the beginning, I think is the answer to all of that. It's are you good at converting the eyeballs that you get on TikTok or any of the places to an action, whether that be stream your music or whether that be a publisher who's like reaching out to you, you know?
Yeah.
It's only as good as what you can convert them to do.
Yeah. It's kind of whatever your goal is, man. It's just, if your goal is to do the artist thing, then put out an artist profile and point people to your streams. If it's to just be a songwriter, then maybe you try and reach out to publishers and say, hey, look at this TikTok I just did. It's got this many views. Like, I don't know exactly what your goal is, but I would say just keep that in mind whenever you're doing it.
Well, that was the other part of my question, because right now I have it as my production company on TikTok. So it would be showcasing myself as a songwriter, but also the stuff I can do with production. But at what point is it like a catch-all, like doing funny stuff and I'm a songwriter, I can produce, here's what I do, here's a funny video of, a dog singing and I'll write a tune to it, those kind of things. But is it just too much of all kinds of different things? Is that a bad thing? Since I'm not really an artist, I'm not trying to put myself out there as an artist. I will be, but not on this channel.
Yeah.
But is it like, if it's a catch-all, is that a bad thing, or you want to focus on certain kinds of things?
I mean, I would say if it's all getting back at whatever your goal is, like if it's your funny song with a dog, then that's great. Like if for us, it's like, if we were like, okay, this is a great example. I was on the golf course with my girlfriend and I was being stupid and trying to teach her how to swing and standing kind of behind her, holding her head because she kept lifting up on her head and missing the ball. Anyways, I was kind of standing behind her. She took a bigger backswing than I thought and clocked me on the back of the head with the golf club. And this video, got millions and millions of views across platforms. And like I had ridiculousness with Rob Deerdeck reaching out, like TV shows reaching out, like, hey, can we use your video on our show? But it did nothing for our music career at all, like zero. Like I don't think like we were watching Spotify for artists and like there's no little bump in streams or anything. And so while it's a funny video, it didn't convert. And so I would say I think catch-all is totally fine as long as it's converting, as long as it's pointing back to what you want it to point back to.
Mm-hmm. If you want to be known as a producer and a songwriter, then I would make videos that, I'm not like, it sounds simple, but it's hard when you get in the weeds. It's like, okay, well, how does this video point to me being a songwriter? How does this video point to me being a producer? I'm also like funny, and that's part of who I am. And like, so how do I make, funny videos that point to me being a songwriter and a producer? It's like, if those are the goals, you just got to kind of keep those in the forefront and figure out what your 2 or 3 things are and just kind of hammer those things, I think.
Yeah.
So I think you're right to kind of want to maybe narrow it down a little bit, but I don't know if that makes sense. So
I think
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, it's a great question and great advice. All right, we're gonna wrap it up here on our Q&A section. Let's thank the Tuten Brothers for being on with us this morning. Give a nice
guys, man.
Song Chasers round of applause out
Thank
there.
you guys.
We are gonna transition into making the next songs. That's
Yeah,
right,
man.
baby.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We'll see you guys real soon.
We'll see y'all soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See y'all.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Made It in Music podcast. Make sure to check out our other episodes. We have well over 100 interviews with some of the top music industry professionals, many here in Nashville and many from all over the world. Subscribe to make sure that you automatically get future episodes, and leave us a review if you loved it. It would really help us out. Or send an email to support@fullcirclemusic.com if you have ideas for how we can improve the show. See you in the next episode.